Thank you, and thank you, everyone. Welcome to the Calvin Dean Show. This is Calvin Dean. This is my official 2022 NFL mock draft. It's going to be a fun show. Get some popcorn, get some beer, wine, whatever you want, and get ready for the Calvin Dean Show 2022 mock draft show. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Thank you. We have a couple things we want to go over before the mock draft. There's a couple signings that had happened last week before, actually after my last show. And that was one of them was Stefon Diggs. Now, if you want to get the up-to-date news on the NFL, go to thecalvindeanshow.com, thecalvindeanshow.com. And sign up for my newsletter because I'm telling you something. My friend Marlon got a text telling him that Bruce Arians was going to retire, right? He sent me the text, and he got the same text 2 minutes later from ESPN. Yes, the Calvin Dean Show beat ESPN on Bruce Arians. Yes, the infamous Bruce Arians retiring for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So thank you so much for everyone that works here at Calvin Dean Show. We're trying. We're beating ESPN, that's for sure. So how about Stefon Diggs? Huh? He signs a 4-year, $96 million deal. Oh my. I mean, come on. 4 years. Yes, 4 years. This deal frees up $7.2 million in cap space for the Buffalo Bills. It's pretty easy how they do it. I mean, it's easy for me how I see it. They gave him a $21.5 million signing bonus, okay? So, I mean, he only had 1 year left in his original contract. So, this whole deal includes a $70 million guarantee. Wow. Hats off to Mr. Stefon Diggs. Wow. I mean, Diggs, his future, his cap, in 2023, he'll make $20.2 million. 2024, he'll make $26.5 million, right? In 25, $26 million. In 26, he'll make $27 million, and for his final year of this contract, he'll make $21.2 million. Wow. I mean, that is impressive. Wow. I mean, that's wild. And, if it's signed on with the Calvin Dean Show for my blog, and you'll get blog updates, and trust me, it's faster than ESPN. And you would have learned that Derek Carr signed a 3-year, $121.5 million contract extension with the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh my God, finally, Derek Carr getting some recognition. Hats off to Derek Carr. Derek's average is $40.5 million a year. Yeah, Derek Carr. Now, there's some skeptics. They're not putting Derek in this elite quarterback reign. This whole realm of great quarterbacks, elite quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers and all that. But I'm telling you something. Guy threw for 4,804 yards in 2021, and now that's without Davante Adams. Davante Adams just signed an agreement with the Raiders coming in from the Packers. Now, Davante Adams, I think Davante Adams is the best wide receiver in the NFL. I really do think so. The guy is just, he's unstoppable. He's unstoppable. And the Raiders are going to have him. Derek Carr actually played with Davante Adams at Fresno State. They beat all types of records in Fresno State. And mind you, Derek Carr last year, his 4,804 yards, beat Rich Gannon's record for the Las Vegas record books. Ready? In 2002, 20 years ago. It took 20 years for someone to beat Rich Gannon's record. And mind you, Rick Gannon was the NFL MVP that year. So, pretty good. It's pretty good. Hats off to Derek. Congratulations. Congratulations and congratulations. Let's get down to it. I mean, this is all about mock draft, right? We have the first team on the clock. The first team on the clock is the, yes, Jacksonville Jags. Thank you, Urban Meyer. And the first pick of the 2022 NFL Draft by the Calvin Dean Show will go to Mr. Trayvon Walker with Georgia. He is a monster. He's 6'5", right? 275 pounds. Runs the 40 at the combine. 4.5. Hello, come on, really? 4.5? Some wideouts can run 4.5. Wow. Well, I'm telling you something. This Trayvon Walker is, he's a monster, guys. He's a monster. He is. You know, he's this 6'5" kid. He has arms at 35.5 inches. His hands are almost 11 inches. They're 10 inches and 3/4. Wow. His vertical jump is 35.5. His broad jump, 123. His cone drill, right? 6.89. 20-yard shuffle, 4.3. Oh, my God. He's a monster, guys. He's a monster. He's a defensive end. I think he's a monster. I think he's a great catch. I think it's between him and the kid from Michigan, Mr. Aidan Hutchinson. I mean, I think it's between them. But I really believe that Mr. Trayvon Walker will go in the first round. I think he will be the number one pick. Hats off to Mr. Trayvon Walker. The next pick is the Detroit Lions. Oh, man, they need everything. They need a quarterback. They need everyone's thinking Malik Willis, from Liberty. And they still have Jared Goff, don't they? I mean, when you have an Aidan Hutchinson on the board, I just don't see them going out and getting Malik Willis. I just don't see it happening. I think Malik has a great arm. He had a great pro day. His pro day and the combine looked great. He threw over 2,700 yards in college last year. Ran over 800 too. So he's that type of dynamic player like Lamar Jackson, but he's not a Lamar Jackson. But he's like that, and he's exciting. He's exciting. But you know what? I don't know. I don't think the Lions are going to take him. I really don't. I think they have Aidan Hutchinson. I think they're going to pick Aidan Hutchinson. So the next pick of the NFL Draft, Mr. Aidan Hutchinson, coming out of Michigan. Aidan, this kid is a monster. He is a monster. He's 6'6", so he's 1 inch taller than Walker. He's 265 pounds. His arm reaches 32.8, 1/8. And his hands are huge, too. 10.5. Wow. Or actually 10 and a quarter, excuse me. His 40 speed, 4.7 for a defensive end. His vertical jump, 36. His broad jump, 117. His cone drill was 6.73, faster than Trayvon's. And his shuffle, 20-yard shuffle, was faster than Trayvon's as well. So it's a tough pick. I think it's going to go to Aidan Hutchinson, the second pick of the NFL draft. The third pick of the NFL draft goes to the lonely Houston Texans. And the pick would be Evan Neal. Yes, Evan Neal. Oh my God, this kid is dynamic. Evan Neal is from Alabama, right? He's 6'7", 350 pounds, ran the 40 in 4.78. Come on, really? The kid he's all world. The prospect grade on this kid is 6.76. Hutchinson's prospect is 6.8. So he's right up there. I mean, this Evan Neal, I mean, he's all world. He is definitely all world. Hometown, Florida. I mean, that was his home state, Junior, he's a junior. He's coming out. Offensive tackle. Awesome. I mean, this kid he's a stopper. The next pick will be going to the Jets. And the fourth pick of the NFL draft in 2022 is Treylon Burks, wideout, Arkansas. Wow. 6'3", 225 pounds. He's big. He's one of those big wideouts. I think he's going to go just perfect. Is Kayvon Thibodeau. Yes, Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon. Oh, man. My good friend, she lives up in Oregon, and man, she's so cute. And anyway, she just loves those ducks, and this kid, he's a duck. I mean, this kid is just a monster. 6'4", 254 pounds. I saw him in the combine, and this kid is all that and then some. He's just this all world, and I think that the Detroit Lions will. I think they're going to take Aidan Hutchinson because Aidan's from Michigan. So I'm giving the next pick to the Jets, and I think they're going to take an edge rusher, and it's Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm sure G will definitely be happy with that one. I think she has a little crush on him too. And the next pick of the 2022 draft goes to the New York Football Giants. The pick goes to Evan Neal, offensive lineman. They need an offensive lineman because I'm telling you, Mr. Jones is always on his back for the Giants, and they need him. Oh, God, do they ever need him. So I definitely, they're going to take Evan Neal from Alabama. The guy is huge, massive amount of man. 337 pounds, 6'7". Needs a right tackle to play across from Andrew Thomas. Neal has already played on the right side. He says he can play everywhere, anywhere, even center if they want him. I love this kid. Love him. The next pick of the NFL draft goes to the Carolina Panthers pick, Mr. Charles Cross, offensive lineman from Mississippi State, 6'5", 307 pounds. The Panthers would surely pick us a quarterback here, but I don't really think there's a quarterback really for the Panthers on this one. And I think they're going to go with O-line. This guy, you just can't. These offensive linemen that are coming out of college today, this draft, and the edge rushers. These guys are once in a lifetime. This is like the Joey Bosa types. They're coming out, the defensive end, Aidan Hutchinson. Amazing Thibodeau. And Aidan, and there's so many of them. So I definitely think that the Carolina Panthers are going to pick Mr. Charles Cross. How can you go wrong on that one? The next pick, again, will be the New York Football Giants. I think they will pick Trayvon Walker, defensive lineman out of Georgia. The guy's 6'5", 272 pounds. Walker can be flexible along the front defensive line. The coordinator, Don Martindale, who values versatility. He is a tremendous athlete. This kid is a tremendous athlete who wasn't asked to do much as the pass rusher in college. He's a run stopper. He's one of those guys that you just can't get by him, and that he's a run stopper. I think the New York Football Giants are going to love him, and then they're going to love Evan Neal. Two great pickups for the New York Football Giants. The next pick goes to the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta picks Garrett Wilson, wide receiver from Ohio State, 6 foot, 183 pounds. 2 years ago, the Falcons passed on CeeDee Lamb, and they took A.J. Terrell, who turned out into a terrific player in his own right. With their pass catchers cores depleted, Kyle Pitts, they need to land a wide receiver, and I think Garrett Wilson just fits in perfect with their pass scheme. They do need a quarterback. I just don't think that they're going to get away with having Marcus Mariota. I just don't see that happening. But I'm telling you right now, hear me out. And my buddy Marlon, he is a huge Kyler Murray fan. He loves Kyler Murray. He picks him every single year for the past 2 years for fantasy football. And I'm telling you right now, that young man is in trouble. Kyler is just in trouble. Now, I didn't know all this, but I found out that one of the games last year, things really weren't going too well. And Colt McCoy, he went up to Colt McCoy and just took himself out of the game and says, it's up to you, brother. And he walked out. He went to the locker room. Guys. Wow. And Arizona's having a hard time. They want to, he's still in a contract, but he said that he will not play if he doesn't have an extension. He's supposed to make $5.5 million this year with his rookie contract, but he wants a contract, and he won't play without an extension on top of his contract. And the Arizona Cardinals are balking. His agent actually had a deal on the table with Arizona. And after the Deshaun Watson deal, they pulled that deal off the table. Wow. So I'm thinking there might be this massive trade. I just have some feelers out there, some people who are in the industry and tell me a lot of things. And I'm telling you, I really think the Falcons, I think that the logical place for Kyler Murray to land would be in Atlanta. Wow. Just think of the ticket sales with that, right? The kid is just good. It's just that he has, he needs to be in a system where he's definitely taken care of, meaning reined in. You just can't let the kid do what he wants and think that the team's going to rally behind him. Why would they rally behind him when he just walks off the field, told the second string quarterback to take over, and just because he didn't like what was going on? I mean, that's not good. That's not good. And I really truly believe that Atlanta will be trying to get Mr. Kyler Murray in the future. That's for sure. So the next pick on the NFL draft, yes, the next pick is with the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, Seattle Seahawks is the number 9 pick. And the Seattle Seahawks, they will pick Jermaine Johnson from Florida State. He's a senior, 6'5", 254 pounds. Seattle, discrepancy, they need a pass rush help. They just need it. I mean, they don't have any pass rush up in Seattle. They just don't. And even inquiring Shelby Harris, when they had the big trade with Russell Wilson, Johnson had a breakout year for FSU after transferring from Georgia. Wow. I tell you, this defensive end, Jermaine Johnson's going to be all world. He's going to be all world. Fantastic. The next team up is the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints is number 10, and they will pick Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. The Jets. No, it's the New Orleans Saints. I think they're going to pick a quarterback. I really do. I don't think they're going to pick Malik Willis. Everyone thinks so. I don't think so. I really don't. I think the New Orleans Saints are going to pick Desmond Riddle. From Cincinnati. I think that kid is all world. I really do. I mean, the kid just had a breakout year. I really think they're going to be picking him, and they really needed a quarterback to really, solidify the Saints as being a contender again. The 11th pick of the NFL draft goes to Mr. Kyle Hamilton. Yes, Kyle Hamilton. From Washington. Little late, guys. Little late. For Notre Dame, 6'4", 220 pounds. Yeah, this kid's all world, man. I mean, this, you got to pick this kid. He's a safety, and he's one of the top safeties coming out of this football draft. And Washington, they need something. They really did need something. And Kyle is definitely the answer. Washington, they could get a receiver right now, but I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to really shore up their defense. And, they have Carson Wentz now as their quarterback. I'm sorry. Did I mention Carson Wentz? That's terrible, guys. That's terrible. The 12th pick on the NFL draft goes to the Minnesota Vikings, and the 12th pick will be Derek Stingley Jr., a cornerback out of LSU. This kid is 6 foot. He goes up there. He'll play against any type of wideout. 195 pounds. He has just battled injuries over the past couple years. But 2019 had tape that was it was mind-blowing, his tape in 2019. I think the kid has a lot of talent. I think the Minnesota Vikings really need their defense. They really need to shore up their defense, and I think they'll be picking him. The 13th pick goes to the Houston Texans, and the Houston Texans will pick Chris Oglave. Yes, the wideout from Ohio State. I think they'll pick him, 6 foot, 187 pounds. I think they need a receiver, and I really think they're going to step up and they're going to pick a receiver in this end. And hats off to the Houston Texans. Next team up, the Baltimore Ravens. My nephew's favorite team, Casey. I know you want Pittsburgh, but I know, Mark, you like those amazing Baltimore Ravens. Thank you so much. When I come out to Baltimore, going to games, he has season tickets, and had so much fun. We saw the Los Angeles Chargers lose to the Ravens that game, and I think they were San Diego. I was back in 2015. So anyway, had fun. I think that the Baltimore Ravens will pick the edge rusher out of Purdue, 6'4", 266 pounds, George Karlaftis. And I'm sorry about that name. And the Ravens love stocking up on edge rushers who can play the run as well as the pass. And I think this kid is all world and then some. And I think they're going to pick George. George is a great George. It's George. Inside joke. So the next pick will be the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles picking number 15, and their pick will be Drake London from SC. Man, I think this kid can just fly. And they need a wideout. I think they're going to pick a wideout. And I really believe it's going to be Drake London from the USC Trojans. The next pick is the New York Jets. And they need everything. The next pick was the New York Jets. They are on the clock. They too will pick a wideout. Jameson Williams from Alabama, 6'2", 179 pounds, coming off a torn ACL. But the Jets are really high on this kid. They're having Corey Davis and Elijah Moore and Braxton Berrios in the receiving corps. Hello, come on. This kid will definitely step up and fill a great role. I think he'll be a starter by at least the 6th or 7th game of the NFL. I think the Jets will pick Jameson Williams. The next pick is the 17th pick. It's the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Chargers will pick Trevor Penning, an offensive lineman, Northern Iowa. This kid is huge. 6'7", 321 pounds. The Chargers, they need this. They have this amazing quarterback, Hebert. This kid is he lights it up. And they need to get the running game going. This kid is all about the running game. That's the reason why they're picking him. This kid is all that and then some. And I can't wait. To see him. Congratulations to Trevor Penning of the Northern Iowa. He was a junior, 6'7". God, that's a monster. 18th pick goes to the Philadelphia Eagles again and again and again and again and again. Wow. I think they're going to get a cornerback. I think Trent McDuffie, I think they're going to pick him. He's from out of Washington. He's 5'11", 193 pounds. The Eagles currently need an injection of talent at the cornerback, that's for sure. And McDuffie can just slide in right across from Darius Slay. And it'll be an immediate upgrade. Immediate upgrade. This kid is all that, and then some. That's what the Eagles are going to do. They need that cornerback. And congratulations to Trent McDuffie. The next team on the clock would be the New York Football Jets. The Jets will pick. Well, they need a defensive lineman. I think this guy's all world. Devontae Wyatt out of Georgia. I mean, Georgia, think about it. All these Georgia kids. Well, they won the national title. And I'm telling you, this kid is all that and then some. And he's 6'3", 307 pounds. Defensive lineman with the other pick received in their trade with the Saints. The Jets land an interior defensive lineman who can play important roles. I tell you, this kid, he can definitely play. He can definitely play. The Jets will pick him. I'm not certain, but I'm almost certain they will. The next pick is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, Pittsburgh, I mean, think about it. Who's their quarterback? Oh, wow. They traded and they picked up, I just can't believe this one, Mitch Trubisky. Wow. I mean, you just can't go off of Mitch Trubisky, Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph really hasn't proved himself. And Mitch Trubisky, he's not good. He's not good. The Chicago Bears picked a bad quarterback. I really think that this is going to be one of the first quarterbacks going in the NFL draft. It's going to be number 20th pick with the Pittsburgh Steelers would be Kenny Pickett. Yes, Kenny Pickett of Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh. Yes, I think definitely they're going to pick the quarterback right out of Pitt. The kid had an all-world year, 42 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Wow. Pittsburgh can't afford to they just can't afford to let Pickett sit, behind Mitchell Trubisky. They just can't. They just can't. And they really need to bring him in. He looked great in the combine. I think this is going to be definitely a great pick for him. The next pick would be the 21st pick would be the New England Patriots. New England Patriots would pick. I think New England's going to pick a safety. There's the kid out of Baylor, Jalen Pitre. He's 5'11", 198 pounds. He loves anything. As much as Bill Belichick loves defense, and this kid loves to play safety. And I think he'd be a great safety, and or even a corner. So I think Jalen's definitely going to be picked in the first round. The 22nd pick goes to the Green Bay Packers. I think the Green Bay Packers are going to pick. I think they're going to pick a wideout. Well, they're going to have to pick a wideout. They lost one of the best wideout in the NFL, Devontae Adams, and they lost him to the Las Vegas Raiders. I went over that in the beginning of the show. And I think they're going to pick, ready? Sorry about that. They're going to pick George Pickens, a wideout from Georgia, 6'3", 195 pounds, sort of like a Devontae Adams type, really tall and big. He's a version of Derek Stingley, I think, and it might be the best receiver in the class. I think he might be. So definitely the Green Bay Packers will be picking that. The next pick is the Arizona Cardinals, or 23. Arizona Cardinals will pick. defensive lineman from Minnesota, Boyle Mafe. Yes, Boyle Mafe. I mean, Arizona is in need of a pressure edge rusher. They lost their edge rusher. They lost him in free agency. So they're going to, and they had the other one was hurt. So they need an edge rusher. And this kid is definitely a great edge rusher from Minnesota. Boy Mafe, a defensive lineman from the Minnesota University of Minnesota, and I think he's all world. 6'4", 265 pounds. Kid really can play well. Congratulations to Boy. The next pick would be, well, the Dallas Cowboys. Wow, Dallas Cowboys. Oof. Their pick will be an offensive lineman from Boston College, Zion Washington, 6'3", 312 pounds. The guy's a house. And man, Dallas could go with a wideout here, but the Cowboys also love being the first team to take a specific player, a player that they know that is going to be a superstar on their offensive line. They have always been that way. They desperately need a starter on the left side of the line, and this guy, Zion Johnson, will be the perfect rookie that will start for the Dallas Cowboys, and congratulations to Zion. The 25th pick goes to Mr. Bills himself. Oh man, all my friends and family, they love those Buffalo Bills. So the Buffalo Bills are on the clock. They are going to pick I think they're going to help out Josh Allen. And they're going to help out Stephon Diggs. I really do believe. I think they're going to throw some power, some more firepower to that offense. Wow. I really do believe that Buffalo is going to be in the Super Bowl this coming year. And with Cole Beasley no longer around to play in the slot, Buffalo is currently looking for that type of role. And I think it's between Jamison Crowder and Isaiah McKenzie. But there could be a monster-sized threat of a man like Mr. London, Drake London of the USC Trojans, 6'4", 219 pounds. Congratulations to Drake. I think Buffalo is definitely going to pick him. Boy, wow. Think about that wideout core. London, wow. Diggs, McKenzie, Crowder, wow. Man, they're going to be unstoppable. The next pick for the Detroit Lions. Yes, this is it, Detroit. This is where you pick the quarterback. It will be the 26th pick. The Detroit Lions pick my favorite quarterback in this draft. Desmond Ridder goes to the Detroit Lions. He played in Cincinnati. This kid is all-world, 6'3", 211 pounds. Detroit sees a quarterback fall within the range of its first round. I think definitely they will pick him up. I really do believe the Detroit Lions will pick Desmond Ridder as their quarterback. So Detroit Lions fans, calm down if they don't pick the quarterback at the first one. Because guess what? This man right here will be available at 26, and the Detroit Lions will pick him, and he is one heck of a great quarterback. Congratulations to the Detroit Lions. The 27th pick goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will pick. I think they're going to go with a safety. They ran out of talent near the end of the season, right? Everyone was getting hurt. And, with Jordan Whitehead leaving and free agent, wow, what a huge hole that is. The Bucs have to go ahead and replace, someone who had more versatility, They really need versatility. I think Braxton Hill, the safety out of Michigan, 6 foot, 191 pounds. I think this kid can just play. And in Todd Bowles' defense, whoa, this kid will flourish. Draxton Hill of the Michigan Wolverines. Congratulations, Draxton. The 28th pick of the NFL 2022 NFL Draft is the Green Bay Packers. Well, they already have a wideout that we picked, the first pick. Their second pick definitely is going to have to be a defensive lineman. They're going to have to shore up. They're going to have to stop the run of the San Francisco 49ers. They cannot beat San Francisco. They just can't beat them. Why? Their run. They can't stop the run. And they're going to need to stop the run if they even think about doing anything without Devontae Adams. I just don't see Green Bay going as far as they went last year. I think there's too many good teams in the league now on both sides. I just don't see that they'll. I think Detroit Lions are going to have a surprising year. I really do. I think the Detroit Lions are going to come alive, especially with Desmond Ridder as their quarterback. Watch. Hear my words. Desmond Ridder, the quarterback of the Detroit Lions, he will be, in 2 years, he will win an MVP. I'm telling you, that's how good that man is. And so, here we go. The Green Bay Packers pick. Logan Hall out of Houston. This kid, 6'6", 282 pounds, defensive lineman. After finally getting Aaron Rodgers a first-round wide receiver this draft, the Packers address needs to go into interior defensive line. They really, like I said, they really need to stop the pass. The run. And Logan Hall, he can play a 3-4, 4-3, even rush from the edge. This kid is all world. Congratulations, Mr. Logan Hall. '29th pick. It's back-to-back jacks. Back-to-back jacks for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, of course, they lost. Who? Yes, the Cheetah. Yes. And they signed Juju and they signed Valden Scantling, free agent. Wow, that Valden Scantling. I don't get that trade. I don't get him even getting $30 million for 3 years. Wow. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they're definitely going to pick a wideout. Here he goes. The Kansas City Chiefs will pick Treylon Burks from Arkansas. This kid can just do it. You think Patrick Mahomes might be able to work with this guy who creates yards after catch? Wow. Burks is the one. I think he's going to fill the hole of Mr. Tyreek Hill, the Cheetah. And usually wideouts don't really, the first year, they don't shine unless you're the Cheetah. I think he's going to take a little bit, but I think Burks is definitely going to step in the role like the Cheetah. I don't think, I just don't see it happening. I don't see the Kansas City Chiefs even going as far as the NFL Divisional Championship game this year. I just don't see that happening. The next pick of the 30 is the 30th pick. Same team, Kansas City Chiefs. Like I said, back-to-back jacks for Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to pick a 6'4" edge rusher. Now, oh my God. Come on. Out of Michigan. Another one out of Michigan. 6'4", 250 pounds. And David Ojabe. I'll be okay. He won't be able to contribute right away for the Chiefs. But I think he's definitely going to be a work in progress. I think he has all that and then some. David, I'm sorry that I destroyed your name, but man, you are going to be drafted to the Kansas City Chiefs on the 30th pick. The 31st pick goes to the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans will pick Kyler Gordon, defensive back from Washington. This kid's 6 foot, 194 pounds. The Bengals spent most of their year, energy, and money off-season on the offensive line, but they can't ignore the defensive backfield and pretend it's the contributions that they got are low-cost corners last year and are guaranteed them to in the future. But this kid, Kyler Jordan, defensive back of the Washington Huskies. This kid is all world and then some. And the 32nd pick also goes to Tennessee. They will pick Kenyon Green, offensive lineman. They need an offensive lineman. Derrick Henry is just all world. He's just one of those phenoms that only happen once in 10, 15 years. And they really need to shore up that offensive line for Mr. Derrick Henry. So I think they're going to pick Mr. Kenyon Green, offensive lineman, tennis from the Texas A&M, 6'4", 323 pounds. This kid is all world and then some. I'm telling you something. I adore this pick. This is the last pick of the NFL draft, first round. And that's all I'm doing. One round. That's my picks. Okay, guys. I will be live at the NFL draft on the 21st. So stay tuned then, and we'll go over that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Thank you for tuning in for the Calvin Dean Show. Have a wonderful, safe, happy Easter, happy Passover. See you next week. Bye-bye.